Yo, what's up everybody? Ochoa back with another video, and I know it's been 2 weeks since my last upload. I haven't been going away, don't worry. I've actually been working on some more videos. Type R bumper install is coming soon. It's at the shop right now getting painted, so a little video will be coming up soon, probably in the next 2 weeks. I'm just working out some life situations right now, but I'm super excited to be making you today's video because, as you guys saw, I did just finally make an intro for the channel. So let me know what you guys think about that intro. There might be some changes to it as you know as time goes on, but for now this is what I got. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, or what changes you would like to see to it. It's something simple, something like just so I can introduce the channel right before getting started in all of my videos. But yeah, like I said, I'm super excited to be getting into today's video because I'm going to be talking about everything that you need to know to start modding your K20C2, or everything you need to know before you start modding your K20C2. And your K20C2 is basically your 10th gen Civic 2.0. It's every Civic that doesn't have the 1.5 turbo engine that the SI or all the other ones have. So with that being said, let's get started. And this right here is my 2019 Honda Civic Sport with a K20C2 or a 2.0 engine. If you guys don't know what that is, it's actually just Honda's Type R engine, but it's the same block as the Type R, but a few different internals like the camshafts, and I have VTEC on the intake instead of the exhaust, so that is different. But if we go here, we can show you the hood. I can't even open it when the door is closed, guys. Let's open it. I can never do this with the door closed, but alright. If we go and look at the hood, it's gonna remind you a lot of a Type R, just without the cover. It is basically a Type R engine. You got a downpipe right there that is catless. I did recently install that in my video. A link will be up there at the top. And AM air intake. But yeah, it's almost a Type R engine. Not quite there, but almost. It's a good looking car and it sounds good. I would put up some sound clips for you guys, but you guys saw it in the intro, and if you guys do really want to know, you can check out my other videos in the channel. I have a lot of sound clips from this car because I've been tuning it and I've been modding it, so go check it out. Check out my channel and subscribe, you already know. But with that being said, for real, let's get started on what it's like modding your 10th gen Civic 2.0. We're gonna start with the pros, and the pros of modding your 10th gen Civic 2.0 is it's the Civic, so regardless, you get the Civic base that you guys want to start with. But something that you want to keep in mind is this is a lot cheaper than the Civic SI. The current Civic SI is about $25,000, $26,000. This one goes for about $22,000, maybe. I think it starts off at like $21,800, something like that. So it is not too bad. It looks like an SI, and it's a pretty good bang for your buck. And I feel like a lot of people really like these just for the wheels. They are basically just tinted out SI wheels, and in my opinion, they look really good with this car and on this Civic. And like I said, it does look like a SI. You get the HDMI exhaust, the sport diffuser, and you get a little lip that I obviously don't have. I now have a custom wing, but hey, just add to that SI look, and I personally think this looks a lot better. So yeah, but yeah, a lot cheaper than the SI. Another thing is like the engine. Like I showed you previously, the engine is actually a K20C2 engine. It has been used time and time again since like the early 2000s, I'm pretty sure, and it's proven its reliability, guys. It's showing its worth. People have modded it, and even then the engine still holds up. It's the little K20 that could, you know. So if you're looking into modding a Civic, you have a reliable platform to start with, and the car is cheap, and that's something really good, because when it comes to modding cars, a lot of the problems start to come in reliability. And I'm not saying that Honda makes unreliable engines, but the L15 is a new engine that Honda is trying out for the SI, and while it has been out for about 4 years, 5 years now, it has proven its reliability. There still are a few issues that the K20C2 just doesn't have, and that the K20C2 just seems to hold up a little bit better over time. You don't really see these cars coming in for like engine repairs or anything like that. They keep it very simple. Oil changes, tire rotations, and anything to keep up the maintenance. But these cars, they're very reliable, and these engines super reliable. So it's a very good place to start, especially if you're looking to start modding your 10th gen Civic. One more pro is that and this is a pro I'm gonna show you because I have the CVT version, and it is that it does come in an automatic right there, which is what I have. Personally, I would have preferred the 6-speed manual that they do offer the sport trim levels in, just because the SI, 1, comes in manual, 2, I prefer to drive manual myself, 3, the manual has a little bit more options for mods and is a little bit better to drive. But if you can't drive stick, or you just don't like to drive stick for whatever reason because you do a lot of city driving or something, CVT or automatic is the way to go. And it comes with paddle shifters. I can't really show you, but they're on each side right here, one here and one here. I'm always driving in paddle shifter modes to give that car that Sport Plus feel, but the car's still slow. Don't expect to get anything out of it. It's just cool. But if you don't like to drive manual, or you can't, there you go. You got an automatic option, and no one needs to know. Again, no one needs to know. I drive this in paddle shifters all the time, and I'm always downshifting, I'm always upshifting, and it still sounds like a manual, besides that little CVT whine that you hear here and then. But people ask me all the time if it's a 6-speed manual, and it's not. It's a CVT. But yeah, if you just want an automatic, that's a pro right there over the SI, because the SI, as you guys know, only comes in a manual. But yeah, that is sadly all the pros that I can think of off the top of my head for now. So if we were to go to cons, here's where they start. A con that I do want to say for this car is, let me pull out the list because I'm already forgetting. I made a whole list and I forgot, and I'm over here going off the top of my head, guys. So hold on. Alright, so cons of the Civic Sport or the Civic 2.0 are that the engine is very slow, or no, I shouldn't say very slow, but it's very economical. Coming in at only 158 horsepower over the SI at 205 horsepower, and there's not much to vouch for over the 10th gen Civic 2.0, as it is naturally aspirated, which means there's no turbo, unlike the SI, and the numbers aren't really all that great, to be honest. It's just, yeah, not that much power. Another thing is, like I said, we did mention the CVT, and that's a good option for people that don't like to drive manual. But for the people that do like to drive manual, like me, the 6-speed manual option that they do offer for the Civic Sport or the Civic 2.0s is actually very rare, guys. Not very many dealerships keep the manuals in stock, just because it's not something that a lot of people go for anymore. A lot of people just prefer the automatics. So if you come across a manual, I highly suggest you buy it or keep it, because it's probably going to hold value for a while. I personally would have wished I had a manual, but 1, I didn't know, and 2, I was just kind of rushed into this purchase. So it is what it is. And this is the biggest con that I think I'm about to say right now, and this is probably going to be my final con, because I don't want this video to be too long, but this is something sad. You guys are probably going to hate to hear this, but it is that the K20C2 or the 10th gen Civic 2.0, companies just don't want to make aftermarket parts for it, guys. What I mean is, yes, I have a AEM air intake, I have a RV6 catless downpipe, I got a muffler delete at a local custom shop, I have an SI wing and a car use design aero flap, and I have a K-tuner. But with that being said, that's literally about it, guys. There's not much I can do to the car. Aesthetically, I could make it as low as I want. I could bag it, I could put nice rims on it again. I could do whatever I want, and yes, I am fixing it up aesthetically because, you know, obviously I like to make my cars look good. There has to be an even balance between performance and aesthetic, but performance wise or engine wise, it's a Honda with a K20, and K20s are known for being able to be modded. And this K20, guys, unlike the Type R, it doesn't have a go. You would think because it's port injected, it still it still has fuel injectors that you can just swap out, unlike the Type R, and because it has VTEC, that you would be able to get somewhere with it. But honestly, guys, it really doesn't. I have the RV6 catless downpipe, which claims like 20 horsepower. I have a K tuner, which claims about 22 horsepower, and then I have an intake, which realistically probably doesn't even affect my performance, so we'll leave it at nothing but sound. And from 158, we'll say I gained about plus 40 horsepower with the mods that I have, so I should be at around 200, but I don't know because I haven't had the car dynoed. I actually did call a dyno shop recently, and I am going to get my Civic dynoed real soon for you guys on a video so we can see how much power I'm really making. But as of now, I really don't think that modding your 10th gen Civic K20C2 is worth it. I spent, I think, nearly $8,000 to $10,000 in mods and aesthetics. And am I happy with the car? Oh, I'm happy with the car. Obviously, it's my baby. But it's not what I want it to be. It's not where I expected it to be after everything that I've done to it. Can I beat stock SIs? I beat a stock 9th gen SI. The video I have posted is a little old. I did re-race it now, and I did beat it actually. But you know, we are gonna rerun it because he did get into an accident, and so his car's running a little rough. So there are things that have to be done, but I have done a few more races. Sadly, I haven't got them on camera, but I am going to be getting them on camera for you guys soon, and I'm going to be showing you like just the upgrades and how the Civic performs next to other cars, and I'll show you what I mean by the car really isn't up to par as where it should be compared to other K20s, and it's sad. So again, for me personally, I don't think it's worth modding your K20C2 Civic. Just get a SI if you can, or a Type R, or stick to the 1.5T models, which are probably the cheapest and what you end up going with. But the K20C2, there's really not many aftermarket parts that you can go for, and I've already run out of all the aftermarket parts I can do. So after my custom tune, I'm really done, guys. There's not much else I can do to the car besides coilovers, besides wheels, you know, maybe a wrap. And at that point, that's just eating into money for aesthetics, and I like to leave aesthetics for last. Aesthetics is something that really doesn't affect your performance. Yes, I have a wing and I had wheels, but those are something small. Those are also things that don't really matter. The wing wasn't too expensive. I didn't mind spending a few $100s on it. The wheels were a little expensive, but at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure I was stuck to the road a little bit better. The car rode better. And I bet you it probably affected the performance in some way, shape, or form. And while I don't have those wheels anymore because they were discontinued, all I can say is, if you really want to mod your K20C2, it's going to be a money pit, because the mods that they have for this car, while there is a good variety, they're just not that many if you want to go fast. They're more just for looks, and if you don't mind that, then by all means go ahead, mod your K20C2, go crazy. But if you're like me and you like to go fast, you want more engine mods, then the K20C2, guys, it's not worth it. It's really not. For the price you get, you can really just get a SI, which is only a few $1,000s more. The car does sound good, but until there's more aftermarket support for it, guys, it's really not going to be worth it. It's not even worth racing it. It's still just a loud, economical, nice looking shitbox. It's not really a shitbox, but it's a shitbox. So yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. hope you guys enjoyed this K20C2 review, I guess you could call it, because not many people do this. I haven't seen one of these videos on YouTube. And yeah, don't forget to like it up. Every time you hit that thumbs up button, it really helps the YouTube algorithm, pushes my video out to new audiences, and we can get new people and more money. Start subscribing if you're new. We got more 10th Gen Civic content and more 3G Eclipse content coming. It's actually over there, so stay tuned. And hope you guys like that intro also. But yeah, stay tuned for everything I got coming. With that being said, Ochoa out.